Hi students, here we are going to learn about finding square root by division method. We have learned with prime factorization method, but when the number goes very big, the prime factorization also will be very lengthy and a little bit difficult. But whatever the big number, it doesn't matter, that division method we can find in a few steps. So let me consider square number as 4096. Okay, so this we are going to with the division method 4096. The first step is place a bar over the pair of digit from the unit place. From the unit place, just place a bar over it. Pair. Again, if you have a pair, just have a bar over it. Now, from the right hand, you see the 40, right? So you have to see the any square number, it comes 40 or less than 40. It's a 6 square, 36 comes, right? So 6 into 6 is 36. Always remember, it should be the square number. So the both the quotient and the divisor should be the same. That is the first rule. This both should be the same, right? So we will be getting a 36. So we have to subtract. If you subtract, we will be remaining is the 4. And the next step, bring down the next pair. Next pair is a 96. So here again we have to create a divisor. Just double the 6. If you double the 6, it will become a 12. And we have to place a one number here and here, so that it should be nearly 469 or less than the 469. Clear? Understand? So we have to write a one number here and here, and with this number you have to multiply the whole number. If you, for example, just you multiply 1 here and here, the both should be the same. Remember that the divisor and the quotient part you are writing should be the same in the each step. So if you put here 121 will become here. Here if you put 1 into 1. So 121 will be there, which is not satisfied, right? So let me put 2. So 122 into 2, which is for 144. Again, it's not satisfied, right? I think here the place is 6. So we can try with the 4. We will get 124 into 4, right? Because the 4 4s are 16. The ones place is 16. Remember that the method we do in the first exercise. So 4 4s are 16, 4s are 8, 9, 4 1s are 4. So 469 we got, right? So both the place should be the same. So 124 into 4 is a 496. If the final remainder is 0, then the quotient is the square root. So square root of 4096 is equal to 64. Clear? So once again I will explain. First you place the bar. First step is place the bar from the unit place. It's one's place pairwise. Then this take the first pair. It's a 40, and you have to obtain the 40 or less than the 40 by multiplying the same number. That's squaring the number. So 6 are 36. If you choose a 7 and 7, 7 6 are 49, which is more than 40. We are just 40 or less than, nearby the 40. Don't go for more than 2 2s or 4, something like that. Okay, just take a 2 2 plus. So 36, if you subtract, you will get a 4. And this double the divisor. What divisor you have here? 6. If you double this divisor, you will get a 12. Right? And just leave a blank space here and here. That space you have to fill the both same number to obtain a 0 or less than that also. Maybe if it is a big number, it go 3 steps also. If it is a small number, 4 digit. So in the divisor of 4 digit, we can obtain the 2 steps itself. Clear? So next I will show one more example with the decimal. So let me choose the decimal value 17.64, which is the square number. The same 17.64 will write in the division format, and we'll pair. For the pair, we'll put a bar from the ones place. You have to from the ones place. Always remember that, not from the left end. From the right end, that's a ones place. So here also we will be having a pair. And 17 is not a square number. Less than 17, 16. That's a 4 4s are 16. So 4 into 4 is a 16. Remainder is 1. So we have to bring the next pair. But next pair is followed by the decimal, right? So mark a decimal in your quotient also. So the question is going to be a square root, the value for the square root, right? So in there also there will be a decimal. So before bringing that, just make a decimal and bring that number. Now after bringing down, double the divisor, it's 8, and fill this two numbers, this blank. The both should be the same. 81 into 1, it will be 81. Okay, 81 into 2 is a 164, right? So 82 into 2 is a 164. 82 into 2 is this both should be the same, right? 82 into 2 is a 164. So remainder is a 0. So the quotient is the square root. So square root of 17.64 is equal to 4.2. Clear? So here we go for the problem. Find the square root of each of the following number by division method. 2304. So 2304 by the division method we have to find the square root. So from the ones place, just the one pair, this is the another pair. 23 is not a square number, less than 23, which is the square number 16, right? So 4 4s are 16 and the balance is a 7. The balance, the next pair we can bring down 704 and double the 4, it will become a 8. Now we have to fill this space and this space with the same number. So 81 into 1 is 81, 82 into 2 will not. So it's actually the ones place is 4, right? The 4 will obtain whether multiple 2. 82 into 2 is 2 2s are 4, 8 2s are 6, 164, but it is not. But 8 8s are also 64. The ones place 4, right? So 88 into 8, because here also 8 8 is 64, here ones place is 4. So that way I'm trying with the 88 into 8. 88 into 8 is 64, 6, 8 is 64 plus 6 is 17. Yeah, we got it. So 88 into 8, right? So 8 into 8. So 8 into this whole 88, we will be getting a 704, where the remainder is 0. So the square root of 2304 is equal to 14, which is the quotient. Clear? So next problem, find the number of digits in the square root of each of the following number without any calculation. So without any calculation, simply we know that it will be just half of the digits, right? 64. Without calculation also we can say 8 square. 8 is a 64, right? So 64 is a 2-digit number, but that square root value is a 1-digit number. Just half of it, right? Half of it. It's like just half of it, right? So it has 1 digit square root value, right? What about 144? It's a 3-digit. Half of the 3 is 1.5. 1.5 is quite impossible. So next to 1.5 is the 2. So it will be having a 2 digits, right? Just simply write. We can write in the words later. And here it's a 4 digits. 4489 is a 4 digits. So without calculation, we can say half of it. Half of it is a 2 digits. So mostly this method will work out. Find. Clear? So here we go for the next problem. Find the square root of the following decimal numbers 2.56. So the decimal square numbers, right? So answer is also in the decimal. So 2.56. The first step is we have to make a bar for the pair from the ones place. This is one pair and this is one pair. It doesn't have pair, it's not a problem. So maybe left hand we can be only single number also. So 2, when will we obtain the 2 square number is a 2? No, less than 2 is a 1, right? So 1 ones are 1 and balance is 1. Before getting the next pair, we can see there is a decimal. Just carry the decimal to the quotient also. Then we can bring the next pair, it's a 156. And double the 1, it will be a 6. So we have to place one number here and here the same. It should be a 156. Or less than that also not. I think we will get by 6, 26 into 6 you can get. Because 6, 6 or 36, I tried with that thing, right? Here is a 6. So if you put 6 and 6, 6, 6 or 36, I tried like that. 3, we get an 12, 15, 156. Yeah, sure. So 26 into 6, it's 156, and remainder is 0. So therefore, square root of 2.56 is 1.6. Clear, students? So here we go for the next problem. Find the least number which must be subtracted from 402 so that has to get a perfect square. So it's given 402 is not a perfect square. So also find the square root of the perfect square. So obtain. Previously we saw with the prime factorization method, right? Even with the division method we can find. Let me see. So just 402 we have to find a prime factor. Just first step is make a pair from the ones place. This is one pair, and this doesn't have a pair. No, it's okay, not a problem. 2 we will opt 4 will obtain by the 2 square, right? So 2 into 2 is a 4, and remaining is 0, and we will bring this also 0 2, and if you double the 2 it will become a 4. Now we have to multiple any place any number, and here it should be a less than, greater than, less than this or equal to this. If we place a 141 into 141, which is greater, which is not a load, then obviously 0 is a load, right? 0 into 0. So 40 into 0 will be the 0, and remainder again 2. So remainder is a not 2. Only this 2 is the problem. So if we subtract this 2, we will be getting a perfect square, right? So subtract 2 from the 402, we will be getting a 400. Now the 400 will be the perfect square. They should also find the square root of the perfect square. So we obtain the perfect square is a 400. So we have to obtain the square root of the 400 also. So square root of the 400. So pairwise, just place a bar from the ones digit, and 4 will obtain for the 2 square, right? So 2 into 2 is 4, and the remaining is 0. Let me bring again 0, double, it will become a 4. Just multiple 0, you will get a 0, right? Otherwise, just when everything is 0, the pair of 0, you can carry 1 0, that 20. So square root of 400 is equal to 20. Otherwise, just you can write a 400 by just a pairwise you can take. So 2 2s are 4. Up to this we will know, right? So next 2 zeros are there, right? Just write a 1 0 here. That's it. If the thing is like that, because while taking a square root of any number with the zeros of the last, if it is 2 0, while taking the square it will become a 1 0. But if it is 1 0 in the any places, if you take in the ones place, unit place, if you take square, it will become double. When it is taking square root, it will be reduced to the half. Clear? So square root of 400 is equal to 20. Clear? So here you go for the next problem. Find the least number which must be added to 1300 so as to get a perfect square. So it is added. While doing the prime factorization method, we have did for the multiplication and also division, right? But in the division method, we are using for addition and subtractions. So what we have to add with 1300 so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square. Clear? So that for 1300, let me find what is there. From the unit place a bar for a pair, and 13. 13 is not a square number. Less than 13 is 9, right? 3 3s are 9. So 3 3s are 9, and if we subtract, we will obtain a 4. So here we have to bring 0. Definitely have to bring 0, because since we have a number here. Previously we didn't, but I said directly you can take, because the remainder is 0, so we have to. Here remainder is not 0, remainder is 4. Sure, we have to bring that 4 and 0 here. Now it become a 400. So double of 3 is 6. And you have to place a number here. It should be nearly a 400. So what number you can place? So 61 into 1 is a 61. It's very less. Let me try with the 65 into 5. So 325. I think we close up. 66 into 6. we will get an 396. If 367 to 7, sure it will be a more than 400, right? So let me choose this. 66 into 6 is a 396 and the remainder is 4, right? So now we know this number is very closer to 36 squared, but not exactly, right? So 36 is a little lesser than that, because since we have some remainder, if 36 is a square number, we will go out in a 0. So the 36 square is a lesser than the 1300, right? So 30 square is less than the 1300 number. So next we need to add something to get a square number. So we need to add something to get a next square number. Next square number is the 37 square, right? So next perfect square number is the value of 37 square. What is the 37 square? 37 into 37 will be getting a, so 1369. We will be getting a 1369. So how much is the difference that we have to add? So how much is difference here? 69, right? So that is what we need to add. So 1369 minus 1300, we will be adding a 69. So 69 is the required number to add with the 1300, which is given in the question, to obtain the perfect square, right? Therefore 69 is the number to be added, right? So let me find the square root with the normal method, but the remainder is we got other than 0, but the quotient you can check is 36. Sure, the square root of 36 is less than 1300. That's why we obtain some remainder. So 36 square is less than 1300. Then what is the next square number? Is a 37 square number. We'll check with the 37 square number. The 37 square is 1369. Yes, it is really closer. So only 69 is we have to add to get a 37 square. It's a perfect square number. Clear? So 36 square is less than 1300. So we are finding the next square number is 37. So we are obtaining finding the value for the 37 square, and with that we are finding what number we have to add with the 1300. So 69 we have to add. So by subtracting we'll get 69. So 69 is the number to be added to get a perfect square. Thank you, children.